Partnered by Times Influence.
Electricity fuels our dreams and aspirations. It powers our growth. It's improved our lives in immeasurable ways. The Indian electrical industry, which brings us the technologies, the solutions, the products, is a vast and diverse entity. And all those various strands have come together here at Elecrama.
The biggest thought leadership forum of power and electricity, Elecrama 2018 witnessed footfalls of over 2 lakh attendees from domestic and international states and housed over 1,200 exhibitors under one roof. The inauguration of the event was chaired by eminent dignitaries like M. Venkaiah Naidu, Suresh Prabhu, Vijay Karya, Shri Gopal Kabra and Harish Agarwal.
It's the first day of Elecrama 2018, one of the big forums that discusses issues relating to the power sector and of course showcases equipment. It's the inaugural session and lots of crowds have gathered here to listen to the Vice President of India.
Elecrama 2018, the Indian Electronic Manufacture Association's flagship event, showcasing the electricity industry ecosystem. I thank the IMA and those seated on the dais for the warm welcome extended to me. I compliment IMA for organizing this 5-day event to showcase not only the existing technology, but also to focus on future solutions for the power sector. The Indian electrical equipment industry consists of generation, transmission, distribution, and allied equipment. The industry production for 2016-17, I am told, has been estimated to be at 1,52,000 crores. Exports of 39,280 crores, that is about 6 billion US dollars, and imports 55,290 crores, US 8.5 billion. I am told that the industry provides a direct employment to 5 lakh persons, indirect to 10 lakh others, and over 50 lakh across the entire value chain. Friends, 39,280 crore is the export. 55,290 is the import. So you can understand what is the challenge. And you have to face that challenge. You have to gear up to meet that challenge. Because we, India, once upon a time was known as Viswaguru, the knowledge leader of the world. We are living in a LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization. If you use properly LPG, you can run a motor car. If you mishandle it, what will happen? Woman knows it better. LPG. Elecrama should be a forum. IMA should be a forum to do the introspection, discussion, and also move forward. I'm sure that the 5-day event will cover every aspect relating to electronics and electrical industry and come out with recommendations for meeting future energy needs through greater and sustainable technologies.
Elecrama is one of the most prestigious events, not just in electrical industry, but I would say in any industry in India. And over a period of time, it has also become a global event. And that means that event has become global. Now it's a time for the industry to go global. We must ensure that all our manufacturers who are manufacturing very quality products, catering to domestic market, now must elevate their skills, their capacity to be global players and export it globally. Thanks to our present Prime Minister, we are seeing a huge change in the entire energy profile of India. We are bringing more renewables, we are bringing in more and more energy efficient technologies, and that what means all of this is going to create huge opportunities for your industry. Because the thrust now has to be necessarily onto sub-transmission and distribution rather than only generation. And when that happens, your industry will get a huge fillip and a huge boost. So I request you to please gear up for that opportunity and try to think, as I said in the beginning, think global and try to create India as a base for catering to global market. And I think Elecrama has become an event where new technologies, new ideas get born also. So I hope this will be in that series of bringing in new ideas to the fore, and therefore I congratulate them.
It's my privilege on behalf of IMA to welcome you all. Elecrama fortunately started when India started the liberalization, and the size of Elecrama and respect of Elecrama keep on increasing. This year, Elecrama is the largest electrical exhibition in the world. And this is the largest exhibition among any exhibition in India.
Elecrama 2018 organized a one-of-a-kind networking event for the top CEOs from various sectors called the CEO Summit.
We're joined by Mr. Vijay Karya, Chairman Elecrama. So thank you very much for joining us. The President has laid out a challenge, and he said that companies like Samsung have become household names, but they come from a very small country, and he wants Indian entrepreneurs to reach that level where they become household names elsewhere. Is industry up to the challenge, and what are the challenges that you face to get there?
So I would say that the President, very rightly so, has not thrown out a challenge, but he's handed out a motivation to us, where he said it very positively that if a Samsung or an LG coming from a small country could become a household mammoth, then he sees no reason why India and Indians, with their entrepreneurship and their spirit of excellence, cannot become household names in the next few years. So I take his comments, his suggestions as very valid and very, very inspiring in the sense that he sees that ability in us.
But there are challenges that your industry does face in the current environment and in right now, especially when it's trying to leapfrog into the future, and we're here at your technology pavilion. Can you list out some of the big challenges that you see Indian power industry facing in the next couple of years?
I think the Vice President himself has said that the Indian industry is facing a challenge and threat of imports, and he's tweeted that also. He also has laid down a roadmap, a vision where he feels that the industry should curtail imports and increase exports.
Elecrama over the past couple of years has really grown, and it is, how do you think it is sort of invested into the India story now?
It was done with a clear strategy in mind. We created a pipeline of startups. Now the startups are the pipeline that will feed the industry. You're seeing startups all around here. So these startups are the young entrepreneurs, the technology changers who's going to feed the industry. The industry today is exhibiting. For the next 5 days it will be exhibiting. Now you can see there's a lot of technology all around us. This the technology which is going to be futuristic. So we've created a pipeline for the industry. We've created an industry which is primed for the future and for the growth. And we want to change the outlook of this industry to think decade or 2 decades ahead.
Right.
Not just in time, but much ahead of time. And that's what will really grow this industry.
That was just a brief glimpse into all that's been happening here at Elecrama. It's time for a short break. We'll see you on the other side. at the eTech Next Pavilion, it's all about technology, it's all about the future. And as with all other sectors, the electricity domain is now meshed with internet and digital technologies, including artificial intelligence. So then, what will it mean to us as consumers? Does it mean cheaper and more reliable power? We have with us the winner of the Grand Jury Awards, the Startup Awards, which were held here at Elecrama. And let's ask them about their innovation. Can you tell us a bit about the technology that has won you the award?
So the technology that we are using is pretty much here. The IoT, the big data, the machine learning, and the blockchain is something we are looking into right now. I am a for healthcare. I am a medical person. I am a clinical cardiologist, and I have my co-founder who is a data scientist.
Now tell me, how does it work? Is it something that I can access from home? Or, do I have to go as I go right now to a pathology lab to get myself tested?
As long as you have all the parameters done, doesn't matter with us or with any other diagnostic lab, you can get it all analytics done on our platform. So it is not confined to either you come to us, we go to you, or to any diagnostic lab. So it's an open platform, plug and play.
But this has tremendous applications for people who are senior citizens, for kids, where, with the equipment, how expensive or how, easy is it for them to be able to access it, for them to understand, because there is a huge fear with healthcare. We don't understand it, and that creates a difference, and we're always sort of, approaching it with trepidation. So what is that doing?
So the target market is range we are looking into. As we are into preventive healthcare, we are targeting the young population. Starting from the childhood itself, we are targeting 25 years of age. That's where we are looking into.
May I add as well? So for people to actually manage themselves, they don't have to worry about it because the data belongs to their own individual self, right? So they don't have to worry that doctors probably will be scrutinizing it. The whole data can be measured and managed by themselves.
All right, so let's go and get me tested.
Fabulous, thank you very much.
Running low on sugar.
Yeah, because I have not had breakfast. This is the Hue machine. There are 25 technologies which are showcased here. Now, these are technologies which are defining the interactions between humans and machines. Now, this is only set to intensify over the next decade. Let's meet the architect of this, Mr. Raman Khanna. Let's go through the display.
So what we have here is, we have got a experience of ambient interfaces. Like you see in Iron Man, you see him manipulating interfaces in air. So potentially what you'll be able to do next in future is, you'll have markers in your hand and you'll be able to draw interfaces anywhere.
Okay.
And let's look at another experience.
Okay.
Ambient interfaces is one of the things that you do visually with markers. Now what do you do when you're not able to use your hands?
Yeah.
Or your limbs? What would happen next is that you'll be able to use your thoughts using sensors and manipulate objects. We have two devices here. One is a basic device, and it basically touches the temporal lobes. This is a reading interface, and it helps you track your meditative abilities and stay calm. And then we have a 16 sensor, a more elaborate version of things. You put it here, back, and people like me who've got more scalp, it works better with us. So you put it here and the sensors touch critical points.
Right.
You can manipulate objects on the screen back and forth, use your gesture, your smile, your winks, and the facial movements, and they get sort of read by these sensors. And if I move like this, the cursor will move left. So we're going to look at the next evolution of the car. We already talked about the interfaces, that how will you control, let's say, autonomous car, but there is more to it. Autonomous or electrical driven cars is one thing. What if the car itself flies away and turns into a flying taxi, for example? So what we have here is basically we've created 5 models. Okay, so now from the car, let's move to the whole body experience. So we've seen thought, we've seen visual interfaces.
Yes.
In the air. What if we could use the entire body to control objects in machine, potentially record it, and also do it from a distance. Let's say if there is a worker working in a mine and I want to instruct him to do certain things.
Yes.
Can I do that from distance? This could have many applications. And we have, what we have here is a small humanoid robot.
Okay.
And we have a full body suit.
Okay.
Which has got sensors all over.
Okay. Around 50 new variants of electric vehicles were showcased at the latest Delhi Auto Show, reflecting the industry's capability and desire to tap into the new market. Increasing vehicular pollution and India's massive dependence on expensive petro products has prompted the government to announce that by 2030, all vehicles which will be sold will be electric. But is the industry and India's policy framework up to it? So we're here at the eTech Next Pavilion, and to speak about electric vehicles, we have with us Mr. Mustafa Budget. Sir, thank you so very much for joining us. He's the convener of this pavilion. So specifically on e-mobility, we have so many of our countrymen that have yet to feel the magic of the light bulb because, you know, electricity has not reached them. But on the other hand, we're also sort of zooming ahead when it comes with e-mobility. The Road Transport Minister has said that there's not going to be a separate policy on it, but the Niti Aayog says that, you know, maybe they'll set out some kind of a roadmap. As industry, what is your reaction to this? Do you feel shortchanged because of a lack of policy?
Well, not really, because I think what is the primary driver is the Prime Minister's vision that we should move towards 100% e-mobility. It is a complicated topic. There are technology issues, there are infrastructure issues, and there are, of course, issues like batteries and so on. I'm sure we will find our way. It's very difficult that such a major decision can be implemented by writing a simple policy. It has to evolve, and I'm sure that different people will help that evolution. To expect a policy overnight, I think it's not fair. I think that's why I would like to remind everybody that we must always bear the Prime Minister's vision in mind, and let's all try and concentrate on how to make it happen, and we'll evolve the policies and supporting things as we go along.
So we've been speaking about e-mobility, but here with us is the social impact of e-mobility. What happens and how will it impinge upon our lives, not just in urban India, but also in rural India? And let's speak with Mr. Vivek Singh. He is the brain behind it.
The team is.
Tell us a little bit about this vehicle of yours. What is it that makes it different from others?
Right. So the moment we think of an e-rickshaw or e-vehicle, we usually think of a transportation device. We wanted to think of something which is beyond transportation, including transportation. So we thought of an MMH, which is multi-utility mobile hub for the villages. So the way we started thinking, what is it that villages need? They need good education, good healthcare, information about farming. They need information about water and those kind of stuff. And how is it that we can facilitate them? So we started thinking, why not use Sunrise Industries and put them to use in conjunction with the needs they have. So we put e-vehicles and thereby the e-rickshaw and the alternative energy, the solar panels, which are flexi solar panels.
So the vehicle is powered by them?
Partly yes, partly yes. So we got lithium ion on one side and we got flexi solar panels at the roof on the other side. So we got these two in the middle, and then we started wrapping all the needs around it. So we are taking very cost effective and scalable model of health diagnostics. So 25 rupees for an ECG, 5 rupees for a BP, you know, those kind of tests we want to take back to the villages because it saves them a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of cost, and the data is for them to use for all their life.
The vehicle captures data.
You're right, absolutely. So vehicle has IoT kits, Internet of Things technology based kits. These kits will have blood pressure machines, IoT wearables, ECG, which are again wearables, and respiratory eyes test, and so on and so forth.
With the advancement of technology, innovation in product and services are skyrocketing in the power and electricity sector. Elecrama 2018 showcased multiple pavilions that displayed state-of-the-art products exhibited by innovative companies which can impact the electrical industry in the future.
Elecrama happens once in 2 years. So it's a showcase of the new products, next gen of utilities, and the world-class summits are happening here. As a founder, I should be updated myself here. So it's a very nice atmosphere. I say excellent atmosphere.
There is a huge demand and huge growth which has happened, and the showcasing of all these products has happened in Elecrama. So that is how it has helped, and the industry has definitely grown.
This is a great platform for us to interact with customers, tell them about our offerings, and hopefully, give the same service that we've been giving to our existing customers to all the customers we can in India.
I attend so many exhibitions in Asia and in Europe, but this one of the biggest exhibition for elect industrial and technology, and I find the solar solution for our system apply in our country.
For us, it's a very important fair. We can find here a lot of customers of ours. They are international, also national, in a very, very important market like India, which is a rapidly growing market.
Elecrama today is no longer an exhibition, let me tell you. It's an experience.
That's a wrap on an action-packed day here at Elecrama. We've seen some fascinating new technologies that will impact our lives very, very soon. But from the entire team here, goodbye, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Partnered by Times Influence.